Namaste. It's a common subject of discussion in Hatha Yoga how much to stretch and how much to go while practicing an asana. I've received many questions from people. They ask, when I do a particular asana, how much should I stretch? What is the extent to which I must go to get the benefits of yoga asanas? To understand this subject, we must first understand the meaning of Hatha Yoga. The literal meaning of Hatha is force. So, we apply force on different parts of the body and attain certain postures and thereby get benefits from those postures. So, literally there is an application of force while practicing Hatha Yoga. Now, how much to apply that force is individually different. Each person has his or her own limits to which the asana must be practiced. For example, when we are doing a particular asana, we bend in a particular direction or we stretch in a particular direction. So willfully we apply force to attain a particular position. And what will the body do? The body will resist that action. So our mind applies a force, whereas the body wants to come back to the neutral position and the body will resist that movement. So there is a force coming in one direction and the body resists that movement from the other direction. Now this force and the resistance will come to one position where it starts to balance. This equality is Hatha Yoga, where the force is applied and the body resists, and a position comes where the force and the resistance are equal, and that's the place where you have to stop. Now when you do this asana the next day, the point where that equilibrium comes goes a little more towards the application of the force, because the body will allow you to do little more better the next day or the next week or the next month. So gradually the body allows the force to be applied more and more, and the stretch or the bend becomes little more better day by day. So this shifting of the equilibrium point happens gradually day by day, days passing by, time passing by. So try to identify in each asana where is it that the force that you apply and the resistance that the body applies equalizes, and determine that point and don't go beyond that point. If you do Hatha Yoga in this manner, you will not face an injury. Yes, you will take a longer time to reach the asana postures, but this is the right way to practice Hatha Yoga. To keep this important point in mind, apply the force of Hatha Yoga to the extent that an equilibrium is reached. Now I will show you an actual example of how I determine that point of equilibrium. So I will practice Paschima Uttanasana and show you how to determine that point of equilibrium. So I am in Samasthiti with the back straight, arms straight, toes pointed forward, looking straight in front of me at one point, Ekagra Drishti. With an inhalation, I raise the arms over the head. With an exhale, I bend forward and try to catch the toe. Now I look at my toe and start inhaling. On the exhalation, I go a little further. Now I feel, yes, a little more I can go. There is a resistance offered by my body. My back is resisting the movement. The back of the leg, the calf muscles, the hamstrings, all of them are resisting the movement. But I can go a little more further and stretch my body, and the body is allowing me and it's telling me, yes, you can come a little more further. So therefore, on the next exhalation, I go a little further, go closer to the toe and a little more down. Now I find beyond this, I am going to get breathless. Yes, I can push a little more further, but it will be crossing that equilibrium and my breath will become labored. So I don't want to stretch further because the resistance offered by my body and the force that I am applying are almost the same. Now beyond this point I don't want to stretch further, therefore I just put the head down here. So you saw how I measured. How did I measure my equilibrium point? The moment I feel I start getting breathless, I start trembling, and I feel there is a pain coming on the bottom of the leg or the back of the body, that's the place where I need to stop. So the body itself is giving me the signals. So these are the signals that you have to observe. If you start getting breathless, if you start shivering or getting out of control, if you start developing pain or too much of stretch on any part of the body, that's the point where beyond that you must not go. So just stay in a position where you are comfortably able to breathe slowly. Yes, you will get a stretch while staying in that position, but you will not get a painful experience. If you start getting those painful feelings or shivering feeling or trembling feeling or getting breathless, these are the indicators that you have almost crossed the limit. And you have to stop just when you start getting those feelings. Now, when you practice it the next day or the next week, gradually that position will go little more forward. The body will allow you to stretch a little more better, and this gradually progresses, and this is the way you have to practice Hatha Yoga. Don't cross your own limits. Understand to get the right equilibrium while practicing. This principle has to be kept in mind always while practicing any asanas. Strike an equilibrium between the force that you apply, the hatha that you apply, and the resistance the body offers you. If you keep this in mind, you will be able to practice Hatha Yoga throughout your life. The comparison of Hatha Yoga is how children, babies start walking. They start walking at their own pace. They keep on learning how to walk. First they crawl, then they kneel down, then gradually, maybe at the age of 8 months, 9 months or 1 year or 1.5 years, the baby starts walking. The baby is never in a hurry to start walking early. It never compares itself with another baby. The other baby has started walking. Why am I not able to walk? It never thinks that way. So the baby enjoys the progression of learning how to walk. It is never in a hurry. That's the way you have to practice Hatha Yoga. Let the asana come to you. Don't run behind the asanas. When you are ready, when I am ready, when the body is ready, when my body is ready, the asana will come to me. The asana will come to you. Have a lot of patience. Wait for that time. Keep practicing with proper equilibrium in your effort. The effort and the resistance has to match. Beyond that, don't push yourself too much. Time will bring those asanas to you. Namaste.